Please read us a story, old bear. We'll all gather round. Dear old bear, sit in your favorite chair. We'll sit all around, dear old bear.
Rabbit and Ruff were by the window practicing their highest jumps, while Old Bear and the others watched them. "Look, the window's like a mirror," called Rabbit. "I can see how high I'm going because my reflection goes up and down too. Watch me." He jumped onto a cushion, bounced high in the air, then down on his tail and up on his feet again. "This is fun," he called. "Can you see my reflection? It's doing all the things I'm doing." "It's doing them better," said Little Bear. Rabbit peered at the window. "Old Bear," he said slowly, "can my reflection be different from me?" "Well, it's always the other way round," said Old Bear. "I know that," said Rabbit, "but if I'm wearing a scarf, shouldn't it be wearing one too?" "Of course," laughed Old Bear. "Well, it isn't," said Rabbit. "It's wearing a hat." "That's very strange," said Old Bear. "Are you sure?" Rabbit stared at the glass. "Oh, no!" he cried. "My reflection has vanished." The other toys all gazed at the place where Rabbit's reflection had been. Suddenly, there was a loud knock at the front door. "I wonder who that is," said Old Bear. "I'll go and see." Cautiously, he opened the door, and there, on the doorstep, clutching a little bag and wearing a straw hat, was Rabbit. "That's magic," cried Old Bear. "How did you do it? You were here a moment ago, and now you're outside." "Actually, I've been outside all the time," said the Rabbit. "I think you might be muddling me up with my cousin. We're very similar." Just then, Rabbit, Ruff, and Little Bear arrived. "Help!" gasped Rabbit. "It's me! My reflection has escaped." "This isn't your reflection," laughed Old Bear. "It's your cousin. She's, visiting, I think." "That's right," said the cousin, walking in and putting down her bag. "I hope you don't mind my dropping in, only the house where I live is a bit of a muddle at the moment." "We're very pleased to see you," said Old Bear politely. "Would you like to stay to tea?" "Oh, if it's not too much trouble," said the Rabbit, "then perhaps you could show me where I'll be sleeping." "Sleeping?" said Rabbit. "Are you planning to stay long?" "Oh, hardly any time at all, I'm afraid," said the cousin. "A few days at the most." "Days?" chorused the toys. "Well, I'll see if I can stay for a week," said the Rabbit. "Is it tea time now?" "Not quite," said Old Bear. "Perhaps you'd all like to play for a while, and I'll call you when it's ready." "Thank you very much," said the cousin, handing her bag to Ruff to carry. "Lead the way to the playroom." When they arrived in the playroom, Rabbit turned to his cousin. "Would you like to play hide-and-seek?" he asked. "Not really," said their visitor. "What about musical chairs?" suggested Little Bear. "No, thank you." "How about chase?" said Ruff. "Not today," said the Rabbit. In fact, their guest didn't want to play anything they suggested. "I think we'll have a jumping competition," she announced. "I've won lots of prizes for my jumping." The others thought this might be fun. So while the new Rabbit sat down and gave the orders, Rabbit, Ruff, and Little Bear started to build jumps by propping books up all around the room. When they'd finished, their visitor came over and inspected the jumps. "I could have done them better," she said, "but they'll do." Ruff was the first to have a go at jumping. He sailed over the first 3 jumps, but just as he was about to jump the last one, the cousin called, "Ruff!" very loudly. Ruff looked round and then crashed right into the middle of the jump. "Oops," said the visitor. "You should always look where you're going when you're jumping." Next it was Rabbit's turn. He jumped over the first 2 jumps, but on his way to the third, his foot caught in the handle of his cousin's bag, and he landed in a heap on the floor. "Bad luck," said the other Rabbit. "I hope you didn't hurt yourself." "My turn now." She picked up the bag, then 1, 2, 3, 4. She jumped all the jumps perfectly. Better luck next time, she said. Well, that exercise has made me hungry. Must be tea time by now. Just then they heard Old Bear calling. It's ready! For a special treat, he laid a picnic tea out on the blanket, and there was plenty of food for everyone. Well, there should have been plenty, but the new rabbit did seem to be extremely hungry. She piled her plate high with all the most delicious things and ate far more than the other toys. In the end, there was just one biscuit left on the plate. Old Bear offered it to the cousin. Would you like the last one, as you're the guest? He asked politely. Yes, please, said the rabbit. I wish I was a guest, Ruff whispered to Little Bear. When tea was over, the toys all helped to clear everything away. They stacked the plates and folded up the blanket. Meanwhile, Rabbit's cousin rested on the sofa and read a book. I'm sure even guests ought to do something to help, sighed Little Bear. After a while, the cousin looked up from her book. I think I'll be ready for bed soon, she said. Where will I be sleeping? Oh, follow us and we'll show you. And Little Bear led the way to a small box they'd found for the cousin to use as a bed. We've put in sheets and blankets, he said. You'll be nice and comfortable. Oh, I couldn't sleep on the floor, said the cousin. I need to be higher up. She jumped up onto the big bed and sat down in Rabbit's place. This will do, she called. I'll sleep here. But that's where I sleep, said Rabbit. Well, I'm sure you'd like a change, replied his cousin, and as you say, the little bed looks very comfortable. She emptied out her basket and picked up a pair of pyjamas. Then, pushing the rest of the heap aside, she began to get ready for bed. Rabbit and Old Bear looked at the scattered objects from the cousin's basket. I think I know why her house was a bit of a mess, whispered Old Bear. Yes, said Rabbit. Do you think she'll ever go home? Old Bear looked thoughtful. You know, I think she might, he said, and maybe sooner than we think. Then, gathering the toys round him, he told them of his plan. What we're going to do is if we go so, and then we go so. All right. That night, Rabbit slept in the shoebox, and his cousin slept in the big bed, with Old Bear, Bramble Brown, Little Bear, and the others. In the morning, Cousin Rabbit was still dozing in bed when Little Bear arrived with breakfast on a tray. Oh, lovely, said the visitor, sitting up and stretching. How soon will lunch be? Oh, lunch will be rather late today, said Little Bear. In fact, we might not even have lunch, because today is a special day. That sounds exciting, said the cousin. Is it somebody's birthday? Are we having a party with cake and things? Oh, no, said Little Bear, nothing like that. It's Saturday, and Saturday is cleaning day. He pointed down at the floor, where all the other toys were standing in a line. They were wearing aprons and carrying mops, brushes, dusters, and buckets. We spend all day cleaning the house, explained Little Bear. Everyone helps. It's great fun. Said the visitor. I'm sure it is. We've saved the best job for you, added Little Bear, cleaning under the bed. The cousin looked thoughtful. Saturday, you say? Goodness, how silly of me to forget. I would have loved to help, but I'm afraid I've just remembered that I said I'd be home by Saturday. What a shame. I'll miss the cleaning, she added, jumping down from the bed. Never mind. Now I must be going. And still wearing her pyjamas, she grabbed her hat and basket and headed for the door. Thank you for having me, she called, and with that she was gone. The toys watched through the window as their visitor hurried across the garden. Oh, said Rabbit, untying his apron. Your plan worked, Old Bear. I think my reflection really has vanished this time. Oh, good, cried Little Bear. I really like having just one rabbit best. Well, I don't think we'd better take off our aprons yet, laughed Old Bear. It looks as though we really have got some tidying up to do.